Hello, welcome to our Monday Night D&D stream, A Company of Fools. We are ready to rock and roll, I think. Few announcements, as we so often do at the beginning of our time together. We are rapidly approaching 500 followers, and when we do, I will be giving away a copy of Tasha's Cauldron of Everything to one lucky follower. I also have to give away a set of minis and dice yet. We reached our first 50 subscribers for the month of November on Saturday. So I'll be sending out a set of dice care of our sponsor, Farboco. And if you help us to get to the next 50, we will give away another set of dice sometime before the month ends. Every time we hit 50 subscribers, we give away some dice. On Saturday, we had our charity stream for Extra Life, which went super well. It was a lot over the top. If you haven't checked it out, go watch the VOD. It was crazy. There were definitely some giant shenanigans to be had. But we did raise $500 for Extra Life in half the time of the stream. It was a 5-hour stream, and by the time we hit 2.5-3 hours, we had already beat our goal for charity. So thank you for those of you who gave. It was pretty amazing. Yeah, parties of all bards are crazy and fun. But anyway, one of our milestone goals for raising money for charity was that we would give away some minis from our sponsor. So I'll be sending those out as well. Got to pick some winners. I will be doing that and announcing those winners this week. Yeah, I think that's all the announcements. I know there's, since we met our goal for the charity, we are going to be doing another charity stream. Once we know the date and time of that event, we will make it known, in which we will continue to play against the Giants with our party of 12th level bards. And they have made that adventure into an interesting scenario. It was supposed to be an infiltration mission, but they thought it was their band's gig. So they marched right in and started playing for the Giants. It was a good time. Anyway, why don't you all introduce yourselves and your characters, and we'll pick up where we left off last time.
Hello, everybody. I'm Stu. I play Commander Gaz, the half-orc Oath of Redemption paladin who leads the Phoenix Legion.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dio. I'm playing Captain Sparks, an artificer rogue who is wondering if she will be able to see another construct and maybe disassemble it and send it to her mom.
Adam. I play Trix, the warlock of the party, and I'm fine with seeing no more constructs.
Hi, I am John. I play Captain Preacher, the long-suffering healer of the party, Unity Cleric of Orad.
And I'm the Mark Knight. I am your Dungeon Master this evening, multiple times throughout the week, here in the land of Oranin. When we last left off, our command team for the Phoenix Legion had descended into the halls of Mythfont, an ancient sanctum of the wizard Merwin. They have been piecing together bits of information about the place as they have explored different rooms. They've been stymied by a couple of walls of living plant and thorn, along with their poisonous pollen that is permeating throughout those walls.
So you ran back to fetch Paige.
You did indeed. And so you've returned through the doorway, the half moon door. Is that correct? Is that what it's holding? The half moon? I can't remember.
I think it was Crescent, you said.
One was a half, one was a crescent, I think,
I'll
or
check
something
my
like that.
notes. I'll check my notes. I made the huge error of going back and watching all of the episodes in which Myth Font is present, and now I have like too much information in my head. I'm sure David is going to correct me in chat any minute because that's what he do. Did I put it in my notes? I didn't.
One of them was had the full moon, and I think that one was the south door. We went through the west and the south.
Yes, you went through the west and the south.
Yeah, the south one had the full moon because it was the one with the sword. And I think that the next room that had the full moon was the one that had another vines, I think.
Yes. I believe you are correct. And the one you couldn't get through was the one with the waning moon upon the door, I believe. Okay. Actually, let me pull up my map. Too many maps. I don't have a map here in Foundry yet. I've been working one that we will have. But yes, you've returned to Mythfont with Paige, and Paige is in absolute awe of the space that you have entered.
What did he have to say in regards to the sword?
The sword. He tells you that there are records of the sword igniting in that way, but not for quite some time. Certainly not the previous commander. Maybe not. He doesn't even believe the one before him.
Who was, out of the commanders, who was the one that actually led the Legion into the desert in the first place?
It was the same one that died in battle, I believe.
Yes.
Alright.
So he was commander while still in the city.
Yes. So where are you headed first?
Thinking the tapestry room, or do we want to go back to the... Yeah, I think it was the tapestry room because that's where we found the tiefling on the tapestry and figured out, okay, these are probably related.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was right.
Okay. So you bring Paige to the tapestry room, and he is walking around it.
Furiously scribbling down notes.
Yes. Scribbling notes and making like
Quick drawings.
yes, exactly. Sketches of all of the tapestries.
I will hold a coin next to the tapestry where the tiefling is and see if something happens.
Nothing There's nothing apparent that happens as you do so.
Hmm.
You had taken the coin, which you
We
had
have-
seen in the portrait of the
Yeah.
tiefling, and you brought it back here, along with Paige, to this room full of tapestries, and you bring the coin over to the tapestry with the tiefling on it, and you see no change. You hear no change. There is no evident disruption in doing this.
The tiefling isn't meant. The picture of the tiefling in the tapestry? Is it like it's like one hand's like open to like hold something and it's not, or anything like that?
No.
I think it's in the background, like not background necessarily, but midground of the painting, right? Or tapestry, rather.
Yeah.
I'll try lifting, like, looking behind the tapestry. See
How
whether
are you
maybe there's
doing
an
this?
putting a hand behind the tapestry and lifting it up away from the wall.
Okay.
Not grabbing it though.
Okay. The tapestry does begin to move, and it looks as though it is going to attempt to wind its way around Gaz as he begins to look behind it, but the wall behind is bare.
Okay, I'll let it flop back onto the wall.
You've reached this junction, right where you have two doors you can go through, but they are blocked by these walls of living thorn.
Wait a minute. Who else are in the tapestries aside from the tiefling?
There is Merwin is in the tapestry, and a group of kind of hooded and cloaked faceless heroes.
All right, so no one that was identified in any of the other tapestries, that we could go back to the portrait room to
Again,
match up with?
I'll reiterate that they would have been. It's just that they do not exist as NPCs or PCs yet. So yes,
But they would have, yeah.
They are there, and there are also portraits of them in the other room. But that is yet to be seen who they are.
And presumably they also have items of value to them that they had given to Merwin, or that Merwin had collected.
Yes, those are there as well. It is simply that those are relics from a campaign that has yet to be played.
So details obscured, but we have the necessary information to go get those two items and bring them into this room.
Correct.
Ironically, we have the in-character information, but not the out-of-character information. Usually it's the other way around.
It is.
Now, what Sparks will try to throw the coin to the tapestry with the purple tiefling. Did something happens?
It bounces off and hits the ground.
Okay, I'll pick that coin again.
You have Paige down here, and he's looking about. Okay, the doors.
Yes?
I don't know if I told you the first time, but both times you've touched the tapestry, it's attempted to grab you.
Yes, you did. I mentioned that I grabbed it first, so it seems rather fair.
Just making sure, because you did almost the exact same thing again, and I'm concerned a third time it might strangle you.
Well, I just needed to see behind it. And I don't believe we brought a 10-foot pole with us.
No, I don't have one.
So, Paige, any ideas?
I think so. I'm just checking notes here. I'm going to me, the DM. I am going to retcon some things here, just to make sure
Okay.
I'm on the right page.
Characters look up, the giant hand comes down, and be like, "No, this is how it really is."
No, it's like funny games where they're rewinding.
Yes, exactly. Which, that movie is amazing and terrifying.
I haven't actually seen it, but I've heard good things.
It's very good.
And I know that particular bit.
Yes. Give me 1 second while I make sure that I am in the right place with things on my map here that I am reviewing. The map is not formatted yet for being in Foundry, which is why you don't have it, but I have it in front of me.
Are you sure it could even fit in the Foundry?
I would put it in pieces into Foundry. So, yeah.
I was just laughing as if you were going senile. Give me a moment to make sure that I am where I am.
Correct. I am senile, in fact.
That's what kids will do to you. They'll eat your brain cells.
That's what kids.
Yeah.
Yes, they will destroy your mind. Don't have them. I'm just kidding. If you want them, have them.
I mean, also, if you just hate your brain cells, it's either kids or drugs, so just choose whichever one you prefer.
Side note: my aunt lives in Oregon. I called her up the other day, asking her, so which one's it gonna be first, crack, heroin, or cocaine?
That's good.
I missed some rather crucial context, I feel.
Oregon decriminalized drugs.
Oh, gotcha.
It did indeed.
For personal use only, obviously.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you get caught possessing them, it's like only like $100 fine, and then you're referred to like an addiction recovery program.
Yes, I believe that if you are...
That makes a hell of a lot more sense than the current system.
Yeah, there's a fine, and if you go through the recovery system and complete it, the fine is waived. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
So I'm going to make a quick change after reviewing my notes from earlier adventures in Mythfont that people had gone through. The door you entered through was a 3/4 moon. Okay? That is the shape that is on the doors that you could walk through. There were 3 doors in the room you came through. One of which you could not get through, which is there was one that goes north, and that one you would have been unable to get through. The two that you moved through had the same symbol as the one being held by the statue, the same phase of the moon as being held by the statue, the 3/4 moon. The door that you opened that revealed the plant wall was a full moon door. Okay? That one was also able to be opened. Paige looks around at these doors and consults the Chronicle. If one of you, he can help you look through the Chronicle. If one of you would like to look through it with him, you can make a history check with advantage to check the Chronicle for information. Holy cow, John.
Sorry.
That was...
I was going to verbally suggest that, but
Yes.
Okay.
pretty sure he leapt at the chance.
No, sorry, that was spilled something.
Oh, I thought you were like literally leaping at the chance to do it.
No, something spilled on my desktop.
Oh, good.
What did
So
I just say about water and computers?
Nothing liquid. Nothing liquid.
What are you drinking then?
Paper clips.
Who has good history? I have a +2.
I have a +5.
Intelligence bonus only +2.
So it would be you, Preacher.
I can give it a shot.
Alright.
You have advantage because Paige is looking through it with you, kind of skimming through the Chronicle. Well, that's a 23. You find a section within the Chronicle that has to do with Ithfont.
So Legion actually was here before.
This is a very old passage. Page says.
I don't mean to cast aspersions on your revelation there, Preacher, but the statues of armor kind of gave it away.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that the Legion itself was aware of this place.
I took that as Merwin's favor on the original commanders of the Legion, not that they had actually been here before. I took that as meaning that he was giving favor that only other members of the Legion could advance beyond that particular door. I had no idea that actually had happened at any point in the past.
Well,
So what's the passage about Ithfont say?
The passage says that Merwin came to Grover in order to that essentially Merwin came to Grover, and that the Legion was given a very significant task of helping to guard and seal off a portal. The portal you came through in the center of the city. That it was so imperative that it would be kept secret that a duty of men from the Legion sworn to secrecy were utilized for not only helping to construct the archway itself, but also constructing the walls that surrounded the archway, sealing it off from the rest of the city. The commander at the time, the chronicler at the time, speculated that this was only one of these such entryways that Merwin was having constructed in Oregon, based on conversations that he had had with the mage. He was not told this, and he didn't have actual confirmation that this was true. But based on the way that the wizard had spoken, it is his belief that this was not the only entranceway to whatever location it was meant to transport people to.
I think we surmised that from the start, but the question is, does this have to do with the doors? Do the doors have to... Essentially, I'm curious as to whether this means that the doors are very much tied to the phases of the moon being held in the portal.
I'm thinking what meant was that the actual archway that leads into Mythfont can drop us off at different locations within Mythfont. Is that what you're saying, Mark?
There are different archways that may enter Mythfont from different locations.
From throughout Oregon.
There are multiple doors that we have seen, Paige says. The archway we came through had a statue holding a specific phase of the moon, and we've been able to move... You said you've been able to move through the doors that had that specific phase of the moon highlighted upon them. So perhaps one of the other doors would have a statue with a different phase of the moon, which would allow you to move through other doorways with that particular phase of the moon on it.
So in other words, if we wanted to fully explore this place, we would have to leave Grover and find another archway.
Well, there might be more archways within Grover for all we know.
Regardless.
Unlikely, but...
Regardless,
I don't...
if...
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Sparks.
I don't think that there will be others in Grover, because if he trusted the Legion to make a portal and seal it off, and he wanted to make more in Grover, he would have done so. My thought process is that he probably has them in other places in Oregon, and if we want to explore everything, we will have to have different teams in different places and open all the doors.
However, considering we could move through one door that had a different phase of the moon on it, that one could speculate that perhaps at least one of these other portals have been opened.
By whom and how recently?
I have no idea. But you needed it. Paige doesn't say this, but out of character, you all needed the staff to activate the teleportation circle that got you to this gateway.
Mm-hmm.
You needed the key, and that unlocked this door.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe one of the other doors has been unlocked.
So from the sound of it, we can't exactly progress through here.
I say we let it go for this week, and we come back here once a week and try again, and see if at some
In accordance
point.
with the face of a moon.
What if?
I think. Go ahead.
Well, is this plant supposed to be here?
I would assume not, otherwise you've kind of made the whole place kind of unmanageable to get around in.
Well, it's likely meant to be here unless you have the proper access.
Oh, that's what you mean.
What plant was brought by the other people that opened the other door?
What's that?
What if the plant is not here because Merwin put it, but it was put by the other people that opened the other portal?
Why would they intentionally release something that would inhibit their own progress?
Who says that they
Maybe.
did it intentionally?
Or that they didn't accomplish what they wanted to accomplish. And maybe they don't want other people to access what they access.
Have you tried getting rid of the plants?
They are
Slow going.
exceedingly.
With the north door, we could go try that and see whether it's the same resistance as with the plants.
Open it.
Or was it just straight up locked?
It had no handle.
Okay, so yeah.
Hmm.
I don't see a path forward for us that doesn't involve other people opening doors for us. Does anyone else disagrees? I'm open to suggestion.
The only other way would be to take time hacking through or destroying these plants. Is that what you're saying?
We don't even know how far we'd have to go.
And we could very well go right into a new room that has another vine. So I think falling back for now is probably the best idea. Especially since we do have some rather pertinent matters to tend to.
Yes, agreed.
Commander, I would like to spend some time taking notes and sketching the things in the other room that you spoke of.
Oh, of course. And bring any of your more trusted chroniclers with you if you need.
I mean, do we still want to go back to the portrait room, get all the other matching relics, and bring them in here to try and advance through here, though?
What happened the last time we tried to remove relics from that room?
The wrong relics. Recall when they grabbed the coin, nothing happened.
Out of character, I thought we had already collected them.
You collected the coin. The other ones, you tried to get the sword out, and when you did, it activated several mechanical defenders.
Well, I thought the idea was after we looked at the tapestry and identified the individuals involved, we would match their portraits and bring those particular items back.
I don't think that was done. I think that was... I don't think you guys had done that. Discussed it maybe, but not tried to do that.
Yeah, we can do that first then.
Yeah, and if then nothing works, then I say we fall back.
Okay. You return to the portrait room. and you begin to look for the portraits and the items that coincide with those particular heroes. The one by one, you find the 5 other figures who had been present in the final tapestry and in the beginning tapestry. And Sparks, you have a very high passive perception, right?
I have 20.
Yeah, you notice as you're doing this. I will tell you first off, when you attempt to remove the first of the items, you activate the defenders again.
Even though we will have done so, like we did it with Des, just
Yes.
pretending to be the person. Okay.
Yes. The coin seems to be the only one where there was a different. There again, the figure of the tiefling was only in the final tapestry. And rather than having you jump through hoops, I will tell you that it is easy to surmise that is the significant item to gather from this room. You also notice, Sparks, that the coin is no longer in the portrait of Des. She is not holding it any longer.
Should we put the portrait in there?
Well, this is weird. Can I try to see if there's anything behind the portrait?
You can. When you walk over to the portrait, to check behind it, the frame seems to be sealed to the wall itself.
Was it? Perhaps you have to give the portrait the coin, not the other room.
Is there an indentation within the frame, maybe?
Well, what's that, Sparks?
Go ahead.
No. I was gonna. You were about to say something. I want to hear what you have to say.
I was going to say that there could be 2 options. 1, try to give it the coin, or 2, try to see if we place something in the case and see if it appears in the portrait.
How large was the case the coin was in?
Not very.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a display case, right? So it would have been just enough room to fit the coin and protect it so that you can see it from all angles, kind of a deal.
I would say go with the portrait first. And there was no indentation or anything in the frame?
There is not an indentation in the frame. No.
Okay.
Okay, so I will pretend to be Des and try to give the portrait the coin and see if something happens.
Sure. The portrait does. It had the hand out that had the coin in it. And as you place the coin onto the portrait where her hand is, the coin kind of sits on the canvas, and then kind of sliding it around a little bit, you find a not visible, but like you can feel an indentation where the coin kind of falls into, and then it kind of depresses into the portrait. And you hear a click.
I'll
So
try
the-
opening the door nearest us.
Yeah.
Well, you hear a click from the portrait itself.
Oh.
So, can I move the portrait now, or
Yes, you
like
can.
okay? So I
The portrait opens. The whole frame opens from the wall, revealing a pathway into another room. The coin, as you open this secret door, the coin falls to the ground. You hear it clank against the ground, falling out of the portrait.
okay. I'll take the coin. I will open, and take the coin. And how far can I see? I have 100. No, I have 60 feet of dark vision now.
Right.
Yes, 60 feet.
You can see all of these rooms are lit. Okay.
Okay.
You see a room that is the same size as the gallery that you are in.
I want to explore this new room.
Okay. I will tell you what's in there. For some reason... Huh, that's interesting.
Well spotted, Sparks.
Yes, well done.
Thanks.
This new room that you've entered looks like a room for dining and entertaining guests. There's a long table with a candelabra over it, a chandelier over it, candelabras on the walls. There's a door that continues west and one that continues south out of this room.
Any of them with the same marking as the portal? Or the room beyond the armors?
There is, yes, there is a full moon, which can be opened. You know that that was one of the doors that you can open. That one goes to the south of here. There are plates set out upon the table with place settings, goblets, flatware.
No actual food, though, right?
No actual food. There are large paintings framed paintings of events on the walls, decorating this room.
Paige.
Paige wanders in with the Chronicle, looking over these things with interest and about as much excitement as you can see on the face of someone as stoic and quiet as your company clerk.
Is there any portrait with dragons or dragonborn or anything with the purple tip?
There's not any of those things. The portraits or the paintings in this room depict scenes of tournaments. There are labels underneath that describe them as the tournaments of succession, the first and the second, and so on and so forth.
So this is detailing the history of the Empire.
Yes.
In those portraits, is Merwin in any of them?
Merwin is in all of them.
How old does he look like? Can I see a progression of age in them?
No, he just looks like the same bearded, robed wizard in all of these portraits, even though they span or paintings. These aren't portraits; they're paintings of events, right?
Yeah.
Even though they span the course of hundreds of years, he looks the same in every one of them.
To look at them and she will be like, he has to be a dragon. Like, he has to be a dragon.
Not necessarily.
So these these paintings were of tournaments to determine who the new leader would be after a previous emperor had fallen, or?
Yeah.
In the early days of the Empire, they determined which heir would take the throne based on a tournament of succession.
Does each of the portraits list the winner?
They do. Although I don't necessarily have a list of the winners in front of me.
Did they showcase what events were done at those tournaments, or was it just kind of the tournament itself?
There are varying events. The joust, archery, hand-to-hand combat. There are various feats that have to do with combat and strategy. One such feat shows a living chess game of sorts.
My question is, with the rules of the tournament, did each of the heirs have to participate themselves, or could they designate someone to act on their behalf?
They would have had to participate themselves, as it was a test of their ability to rule.
Makes sense. So does any of this seem to relate to the table, or, like, are there a corresponding amount of paintings as there are chairs, for example?
There are a number of chairs that are equal to the number of rulers chosen by tournaments of succession. There was eventually they had changed the way in which the next emperor would be chosen because the tournaments caused issue within the empire.
Too many heirs conveniently accidentally killed.
Various reasons. Wow, this is going all the way back to some of my earlier world building stuff. I gotta pull up that. Let's see. How many tournaments of succession were there? There's the first. There's the second. Okay. All right, there were 6 tournaments of succession, so there are 6 seats at this table.
Is there anything special in regards to the chairs then, say matching names?
Or symbols.
Yes, there is a crest of each of the first 6 emperors of the Legion, of the Empire, on the backs of the chairs.
How many legions are there again?
Not
7.
the legions of
Okay.
the Empire. 6 emperors. There are 6 chairs, and there's a crest of each of the first that represents one of the first of the 6 emperors, and the chairs are in various spots at the tables.
Oh, I'd say take the chair from the first emperor and move it to the head of the table.
Okay.
And the second at his right hand.
Okay.
Although, let's mark down where they start first, just in case. Go ahead.
Preacher is on the right path. He begins to move. He puts the first emperor's chair at the head of the table, and then to the right hand of that person, he puts the second emperor's seat.
And the third goes on the left, and then alternates back and forth for the other 3, going
Okay.
down the table.
Upon doing so,
With the final one at the foot, I believe, right?
Yep.
yes. Upon doing so, two things happen. The first is that actual edible food is conjured upon the table. The second is that seated at the head of the table appears a figure in the chair.
I think we just found a new way to feed the Legion.
The figure of Merwin appears sitting at the head of the table.
I look over at.
Well, that's a bit presumptuous of him.
He's our host, isn't he not? It'd be rude to keep him waiting.
I mean, he's sitting in the seat of the Emperor. That's what I meant.
I think we may have to seat ourselves in the other seats of the Emperors.
Gaz, I'll look over at Gaz and point over at the Merwin's right hand.
I was thinking of the seat or the foot of the table, honestly. But I'll go the right hand.
You're the commander here. Thus to the highest status.
I'm still looking like this, by the way.
Just staring?
Just staring and looking like this. And probably will sit at the foot of the table.
Okay.
Merwin, are you able to interact with us, or like addressing the image or the figure?
Yeah. Trix, are you continuing to keep detect magic cast at all times?
It's because of the size, I think. The feature, right?
Yeah, he can cast it at will.
Yeah.
So he could just keep recasting it, right? Okay, so focusing in on the image of Merwin, it is an illusion spell. The food, however, is conjuration. So by all intents and purposes, it is very likely real and edible. It is conjuration until it appears, and then once it fully forms, it is no longer magical, I should say. The figure.
What kind of?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just looking at it like, what kind of illusion are you?
Well, you didn't respond to guess, so not that kind of an illusion.
All of this is happening at the same time, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Guests, please sit at my table, and welcome to Mythfont. If you have made it this far, then you have found yourself very likely worthy of entering this place. I would forewarn you that there are many dangers here, and I would not remove anything from this place lightly. I invite you to feast at my table and regain your strength, as no doubt it has taken you some time to get this far. What's that?
Not really.
We looked out on our entry point.
If you have arrived here, then you've opened at least 2 of the doors.
Us and others.
This place was my sanctum, my vault, and my hope for peace in the times to come, should the items within be necessary once again.
Is an ancient blue dragon necessary, or are you just an illusion?
On this table you will find a key. That key will get you past some of my magical defenses. Once again, if you've found your way here, then you are worthy to obtain this thing. You have followed my clues so far, so you must be smart. You used my staff to enter, which means that you are pure of intent.
Some of us more than others.
I do warn you, if you have come here seeking personal gain and items for your own conquests, this place will be unhospitable to you.
I expected no less from Merwin himself. And that creature will actually pick up his glass at the table and raise a toast.
Enjoy what fruits are here. I pray that Oridon is not in too great of a need if you have come here. And then the image winks out.
Oh, Merwin, if you only knew.
He's not very smart, is he? I mean, he makes a bolt to put all his things in case they are necessary. But you will only need them if things are really bad. And he's hoping things are not bad if we're here. Like, what?
Well, keyword being hope.
Essentially, he created a vault with the items necessary to defend the world and hoped that it would never actually be needed.
Paige says, plan for the worst and hope for the best.
Looking a good commander. So onward, or should we partake of it?
I mean, it's up to you.
Here is a key.
What about a key?
Something on the table is a key. That's what the illusion said.
Does anything on the spread stand out?
Sparks? Perception?
Insight.
Inside to the table! What is the table
You
thinking?
gotta check the motives
What?
of the table.
What are you hiding, table?
What secrets do you hold?
So do I roll perception? Or
Uh,
with a passive is okay?
give me it. I think it would be more investigation in here. The table has plates and platters filled with all sorts of food from all over Oridon.
10.
10. There's a chandelier over the table, and there are 2 candelabras on the table. There's There are 7 goblets on the table.
Oh, okay. What one does not have a matching crest?
There is one with Merwin's crest, not one of the crests of the Emperors. It is sitting in between certain places, so that if you were initially looking at the table, you probably wouldn't notice that there was an extra goblet.
Good call, guys. Good call.
Suppose we pick that one up then. And actually we'll assign the goblets to the correct chairs as well, unless they are already.
The goblets are in the places of the correct chairs. They are the backup clue.
So yeah, we'll pick that goblet up.
Okay. The goblet. You pick it up, and something rattles within the goblet. There is a the goblet is filled with white wine, but something in it is rattling.
No.
Not in the stem of it. Like
In the goblet, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone care to have some white wine?
Preacher will hold his hand up.
Pass it over to Preacher and let him partake.
To Orad. And to good company.
And Grover.
Are you downing the wine in one gulp, or are you just like chugging the wine?
I am sipping it first off to make sure it's not poison.
You sip it, and it tastes like very fine elven wine.
Through pursed lips and clenched teeth would be my advice.
Yeah, because he's not going to try to swallow the entire key either.
Thankfully, my father didn't quite make that mistake with my mother.
As you begin to drain the glass, there is a crystal carved with runes that is the same color, a translucent color that, when placed in the liquid, is entirely invisible. It just blends into the color of the wine itself. But once the goblet is drained, it sits there within the glass, floating.
Preacher will reach down to the goblet and just grab it. Like, how big is it? Like coin size?
Yeah, it's like a long, thin piece of crystal. Maybe like finger length in width. The runes in it are like etched in it, so that you have to like as you turn it and the light hits it, you can see the runes in it, but otherwise they kind of blend into the surface.
Preacher will study it for a couple minutes, for like a moment or so, and just like, very interesting. And then look over at Sparks and holds it out to her.
Ooh, I will take it. And are the runes like magical runes, or are like language?
Yeah, they're magical runes. And Trix, you can see that this has like abjuration magic keyed to it.
Interesting. Not sure why it has abjuration magic, but we have the key.
To defend itself, maybe?
Who's to say?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should try to open doors with it.
We'll see.
Perhaps what phase of the moon was the northern door? In the starting one.
I think you said
the northern door. Hold on, let me double check. The northern door is crescent.
So the exact opposite of the one we came in, essentially.
Yes. There's full or I should say, there's new, crescent, 3/4, and full. Those are the 4 phases that are represented within this place.
Well, let's go through the door that we can open. Or do we want to try the door that we can't first?
Or, well, there's another door out of here, isn't there?
Well, that's what I mean, is we've got a couple doors in here, one that we could open beforehand, and one that we couldn't. Let's go through the one that we could, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's exhaust all available opportunities before we try going to the ones that aren't.
All right, opening up the next 3/4 door.
Okay. Oh, that's not what I want to do.
Add a character to the other two groups that need to open up the front doors. Get on
They imploded out of character.
them.
That's not true. There are groups headed there.
Maybe there was an opportunity and they decided to go to Ravenreach.
I'll just keep quiet for now. Just keep quiet for now. Okay. You head down to the south, which is where the next door you can open is. They are a pair of double doors that pull inward into this room.
Open both of them up. Why not?
Okay. Beyond this room is a large room, twice as large as the dining hall that you were just in. It is set as a ballroom. Figures are dancing all through the ballroom. In amongst those figures, you see gray dwarven creatures that are moving and trying to attack the dancers on the ballroom floor. Their weapons seem ineffective and to no avail, and they seem angry and frustrated. They look and see you enter, pulling both doors open. And turn and begin to shout at all of you in a language you don't comprehend and come rushing.
You sure?
Do you speak Undercommon?
Nope.
Then yeah.
I figured I'd ask first because I surprised you with the giant one.
That's true.
Yeah. Does Paige speak Undercommon?
Paige does not speak Undercommon.
Tricks?
No, it's Elvish and Gnomish. That's it.
Yeah.
Do we have also Agronak with us? And does he speak Undercommon? Okay.
Nope.
Actually, no, Agronak is with us, but he wouldn't speak Undercommon.
Yeah. Okay. As they rush towards you through the dancers, you notice, Sparks, that there is there's like a hole in the dance floor, in like the middle of the dance floor, like a tunneled hole that is sitting in the middle of this room.
like a tunnel that was made as part of the ballroom, or a tunnel that was excavated by the dwarves.
A
Like-
tunnel that's coming in up from the floor.
Okay.
Okay. Like, that's not supposed to be there. In fact, the dancers completely ignore it. They dance over the hole as if the hole wasn't there, or through debris from the hole.
Now
as if that wasn't there.
the dancers are like illusions, or are like robots, or
They're
like
illusions. They are illusions. As they interact with the dwarves and the with these gray-skinned dwarves and the hole in the floor and the the debris that's all around, you can immediately tell that these dancers are illusions because they become transparent as they move through solid objects that should not be there. And the dwarves come rushing forward menacingly.
Okay, I will let Gas. I think they come through that hole in the ground, and then I will go behind Gas and behind Agronak.
Excellent.
Initiatives?
Yes, not yet. Give me a second to get the combat tracker up, and let me switch the music.
I was trying to remember where the hell the click initiative for this foundry. It's been a while.
Yeah. You guys aren't always in combat. Let me
Well,
remember
that
how to
and,
do what I'm doing.
2-week hiatus.
Well, no, I'm trying to think how long it's been since we've actually had combat.
Yeah,
Like a month? Actually, yeah, a month and a half, I think.
something like that, yeah.
Like a minute.
There it is. What? Alright, the cameras are going to get funky for a second while I'm trying to fix the music.
I will tell to Paige to get behind us.
Actually, I'd probably insist that he get back to the dining room and just close the doors.
Okay.
Or actually, I'll send Agronak to guard him. There we go.
Or guard the doors.
Yeah, well, yeah, guard the doors, make sure nothing can get through. So he can just work in the background.
Wait, but if you make Agronak go away, then my bodyguard goes away.
Well, Gaz is still in front of you.
Well, yeah, but you tend to go too much into the front line, so.
Well, it's either that or let them approach the back line, so...
That's okay.
Yeah,
Well, I believe you would be among the back line.
Probably. Well, is there anywhere that Sparks can delve? Like a pillar or something?
You might be able to utilize the illusions to mask your movements and your place. You can always use your hat of disguise to disguise yourself as one of the dancers.
The dancers. Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. That using your hat of disguise though is an action, isn't it?
Well, casting that spell is.
Right. Might be a bonus action for the hat, I'm not sure. And speaking of, can I use a bonus action as they're approaching to ignite the Sword of the Legion?
You certainly can.
Okay.
I'm going to move everybody's tokens onto the board in one perk spot so that we have a little bit of do some
combat layout.
Yeah.
It's combat time.
We got a preacher. We got a Trix.
Yay!
We got an Aggronach.
Oh yeah, and we have temp HP, right?
You do.
We always do.
And 10, right?
Wasn't it 11?
11, yeah.
It goes up when he levels up.
Yes, it does.
All right, say when we can roll initiative then, okay, Mark?
I will do.
For like people in the stream tonight is like wrong.
Why?
Well, at least on mine, it's currently saying that there's only 6 people, but
Same here.
there's at least 9 that I'm counting in the users.
Yeah, I think there's something with, like, I think there are things that make it so that people don't count as viewers. I forget how that works, but if you are watching, say hello so that we know you're here.
They might be in the stream, but they might be muted.
I think there's some fuckery going on.
Okay, so this is a very large space, so these guys would probably be spread out a little more, charging towards you. You can place yourselves as you would be coming through those doors. And I'm going to add everybody to the combat tracker, and now you may roll initiative. Is David still in the chat? I don't even know.
No, I don't think so. I was looking and
Yeah, he's gone.
yeah.
I know Emmy's
Well-
there.
Weird because it appears as I'm not in the chat either.
Yeah, that's
Huh.
odd. It's being
I-
weird tonight.
There's a fuckery about.
What's that?
I said there's a fuckery about.
There is indeed.
Actually, I'm trying to remember how to actually roll initiative in Foundry.
If you go to the combat tracker, there's a little.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Oh, wow.
You rolled very well.
Yeah, we did.
Surprisingly.
Ooh.
I'm guessing that Sparks has a higher dex mod than I do.
It says you go first, Trix,
Weird.
but it has the 20.14 for you.
Mm-hmm. Because I rolled a 20. Wait, no. What?
No, that's just showing. The .14 is showing your is showing your dexterity for tiebreaker purposes.
Yeah, the dexterity score.
What is your dexterity, Sparks?
The modifier or the dexterity?
Your dexterity.
15.
It's 15? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then you would technically go first, Sparks.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to use an action to pretend to be one of the dancers and stealth with my bonus action.
Okay, you'll have to move into the room amongst the dancers to stealth.
Okay. And I will try to, if possible, flank them. I don't know where I...
Yeah, let me put a...
You might have to make a perform roll.
Let me...
well, not really, because they're not paying attention to the dancers.
No,
I just have to pretend
Dancers
to be one
is
of them.
just moving around and all the others are dancing. It might make it look off.
I just have to move towards the direction of the dancer.
Let me see the... check the size of this room again.
Are they moving clockwise or counterclockwise? Just to know if I have to go to the right or the left.
They're moving clockwise. I'm actually gonna see if I can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, Okay, there. That is the size of this room
Okay.
that you are dealing with. So I'm just going to reposition some of these dwarves to make sense for the size of the room you're in. There we go.
Here. Stealth. Oh my god.
Nope.
No.
I would have a inspiration point.
Yes, I do have inspiration.
Might be a good.
Much better.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay, you move in amongst the dancers and start using them to hide where and when you are coming.
Yeah.
Tricks, You have a ballroom filled with raging Dwergar.
Yeah, they don't exactly look friendly.
Mm-mm. They look decidedly unfriendly.
Going to, I think, Eldritch Blast this guy.
Go for it. Just so you know, if you double right click on a token, it will mark it for you so that it tells me which one you're targeting. See that?
Oh.
That is something that I learned recently.
Good to know.
Nice.
Either both of those hit.
26 and a 15. The 26 hits. 13 points of damage.
Almost max.
Alright. You smack it with one Eldritch Blast. The other goes wide, slamming through several of the dancers who are unfazed and into the wall beyond.
Oh. I haven't had combat in a while. It's tentacle time.
Lovely. You have control of your token, right? You can put it on the board.
I had it in Roll20. Oh yeah, there it is.
Tentacles.
There's Azathoth. Azathoth's tentacle.
Do I have a thing for the... I had a thing for the tentacle. It looks like it removed it. Oh no, there it is. That should be one higher, because this was done before I realized that we didn't use arrays.
Okay, it moves out of the way of the tentacle, and you miss.
Okay. Oh no, it shouldn't. It was a 15. I'm wrong. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
All right. So, Stoneguard.
Yes, it is the first of the Dwergar, which is going to move past Sparks to here and use its action to enlarge.
Okay.
So now it's normal.
I'm going to change its token size. So yeah, it moves itself right there and enlarges as an action. Now dancers are moving through its body as it stands there, taking up far more space than it had before. Preacher?
Mm. 3. Okay. Preacher is... Considering you didn't have time before combat to cast this. That's going to be on myself, Sparks, and Trix.
Alright. Let's see, what's a good... yourself, Sparks, and Trix. There you go.
So our HP goes up 15 points.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. So I don't need to mark you because it just makes your max hit points that much higher, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Any bonuses?
Mm, not really.
Okay. Agranak? Is he protecting, is he stepping back into the next room to protect Paige? Or are you keeping him with you? Okay. So he'll just take a defensive stance back there?
Or basically right there, yeah.
Okay.
Just ready to action to swing at anyone that comes close enough.
Okay.
And raging. Or actually, oh yeah, crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he'll just kind of stay out of the way for now.
Okay. What are you doing, Gaz?
Well, unless I miss my guess. Casting that on myself.
So,
Actually, never mind. I completely forgot that they redid that. So, my apologies, not doing that. Sorry.
How do you mean they redid it?
Because it's not like literally alignment protection. It's certain types, and these are none of those types.
That's correct.
Yeah, I'm too used to earlier editions where it's literally like protection from evil or protection from good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And since that was kind of what was happening with the demons anyway. Okay, in which case... Oh, pulling out an old favorite.
Shield of Faith. There goes my ability to hit you at all.
Except on crits.
Which
So,
aren't crits, they just hit you.
Yep. So that's bonus action. And this is looking like the one in charge. So sword out, shield at the ready, but... Sorry, I had a cat hop up out of my lap and it was rather distracting.
They do that. They do that.
I will tell him I am offering you a chance to take your forces and withdraw. You will not be able to progress further through here. We have seen that personally. So please cooperate. Diplomacy? Or
Can I
persuasion?
understand you?
What language are you speaking?
I'll go with Orcish.
Okay. He does not seem to understand what you're saying, and reacts aggressively.
Okay, I'll just attack then, since I presumably can't persuade.
Guys, there will come a
We
time.
mean you no harm. Huh? Alright,
Well,
then harm.
That wasn't quite the same as we mean you no harm. It's like, I'm giving you one opportunity to withdraw. He's not taking that opportunity, so okay. So 2 attacks with the sword.
Stu, will there ever be a combat where Gaz doesn't try the diplomacy at least once?
Demons. I'm pretty sure I didn't try and cajole them.
You have to hit the attack button. There you go. It blocks with its shield against the first attack, but you hit it with the second attack.
And is it
This thing is wearing plate mail, by the way, and carrying a shield. 16 damage.
The 2d6 helped a lot. I got a nat 1 on the 1d8.
So you beat it with the flaming sword of fire.
Yep.
The next Dwergar is going to move up. Right there. Sparks, are you taking any attacks of opportunity on these ones that are moving past you?
Not yet, because there's a lot of them.
Alright, this
Good
one is
call.
also going to use its enlarge ability once it gets behind Gaz. Yeah, that's not where it is. It's there. That's its action. And then the warlord in front of you, the commander of these Dwergar, is going to use its multi-attack action to make 3 attacks and command up to 3 allies within 120 feet of it to make an attack each.
Damn.
So it will make 3 attacks with its hammer against you, Gaz. Let's see if it hits. First attack is an 8. That's not going to hit.
You rolled a 1, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's a crit fail, yeah.
So it failed. 16. And then the last one is a 22.
On the nose.
Alright, so it'll hit you with one of them. You're going to take 12 psychic damage, or 12 normal damage, and 4 psychic damage. And then...
Oh no, there goes your 10 hit points.
Yeah.
And another 5.
It commands up to 3 of these guys to attack. And when it's enlarged, does it change its reach? I don't think it does.
I think... Really?
While enlarged, the Dwergar is large, doubles its damage dice on strength-based weapon attacks, and makes strength checks and strength saving throws with advantage. If the Dwergar attack lacks the room to become large, it attains the maximum size possible in the space available. Let's see. It should say it on the weapon, actually. Nope. Does not change its reach. So
Really?
It only the one can attack, because the others do not have anyone. It can command up to 3 of them to attack. Does it have any melee attacks, or is it just attacks? Each use their reaction to make 1 weapon attack. So if they do have javelins. So the one right behind you is going to attack you, Gaz. 23 to hit.
Yep.
That was a lucky roll. And it's going to do 12 damage to you. 12 piercing damage. The other enlarged one is going
reaction to have.
Are you psychically bonded or
Yeah, we did that. Oh, actually, no, you're with Agronak.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Did you bond with the Agronak or with the commander?
I think I'd said Agronak, I believe.
Yeah, but it's
Just that way it frees up my reaction.
Okay. Then the other one is going to, hurl a javelin at Trix, as that is the only other person who made a aggressive action. That's going to be a 24 to hit, because for some reason I'm rolling 19s all night. 18s and 19s.
That hits.
You're going to take 15 piercing damage, Trix.
Don't like it.
Okay. The next Dwergar is going to move. I'll move here and enlarge. is their movement? 25. Okay. This one's going to move, double move. To there. This one is going to double move to there. And this one is going to double move to there.
That one, I will make an attack of opportunity.
Go for it. You have advantage.
Yes.
And get sneak attack against it.
Advantage, so you get to reroll the.
Oh,
Wow.
What are the
Wow.
odds? You miss
1 in 20.
as it runs by you, but do give away your position as you do so.
Yes.
Okay. These three in the back are going to...
Oh, actually, Ergonak did ready an action to attack that one now that I'm thinking about it.
Yes, he also gets a reaction. Go ahead, make an attack roll.
Yeesh.
That'll hit for 9 damage. The three in the back that were in the back turn invisible.
That's less than ideal.
And then start to move. And as we get back to Spark's turn, I'm going to say let's take a short break because I need to use the bathroom. And
Okay.
we will be back.
Right.
I'm supposing I'm carrying the staff, right?
The what? Oh, we're back, by the way. Karen,
Oh,
what?
okay. The staff?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Which staff?
It is your action.
okay.
Merwin
Because if
staff.
that Merwin stuff, because if that's the case, I can cast Chromatic Orb.
You can.
So I will see. I will cast Chromatic Orb towards the Warlord, and it's going to be second level fire damage.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
In. But it stays there, right?
No, that's Flaming Sphere you're thinking of.
Okay,
Yeah, the 13 is going to miss.
miss. Okay,
Yeah, the fire
No.
flies by him and splashes against the wall beyond.
Okay,
Any
never
movement?
mind. Yeah, I'm going to move. Probably. The dancers are in the whole area, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I will probably move here.
Okay.
And I will, while doing so, I will do the stealth to.
Okay. As you move,
I
these
get
three
attacked.
are going
Yeah.
to drop invisibility and take attacks of opportunity against you.
Ah, okay.
17.
Wait, how did she?
7 and 16.
How did she move through them?
Yeah, I guess she wouldn't be able to move through them, right? They even
Yeah.
if they're invisible, she wouldn't. Be
I
able
will.
Unless one step
Stumble.
to the side to
yeah, I
allow
think
her
one would have
through.
let you by, right? Like,
Yeah.
or maybe they would move. They would stand like this, so that it would leave the path for you to get by.
Well, funny enough, I don't think a single one hit anyway.
Does the 17 hit?
The 17 and the 16 hit.
Oh, really?
Yep, my armor class is garbage.
You still get to move where you're going. They don't stop you from
Yeah.
doing that, but you're going to take 18 damage total between the two of them. Oh, they have advantage to hit because they're invisible. So,
There, yeah.
so it's the same result. The 16 becomes a 23, and then the 8 is still an 8, and then the last one is the 16 is still a 16, so it doesn't change anything.
Okay, so how much damage do I get?
You take a total of 18.
18. Okay.
You want to have one of those?
Sure.
Yeah, as a reaction, you can probably half the 10.
Well, you know what? I rather stealth again.
You can still stealth as a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, uncanny dodge is a
Yeah.
reaction.
Yes.
Stealth is a bonus action.
Okay, so which one? Oh,
There was one that did 10 damage and one that did 8, so you can take half from the 10.
yeah. So I'll take half of the 10.
So you take 13 total instead.
Okay.
Tricks.
Oh.
I drew the line there.
What is that
I'm
line?
casting lightning bolt.
Of course you are. So it hits...
I mean, it's a 5-foot line, so
Technically, it would hit both of the two in front of you.
Yeah. I was gonna aim it literally originally right where Sparks moved to, and that's why I said, damn it.
Ah. Okay, so you're gonna hit 1, 2, 3, 4 of them with it. They make dex saves.
They make dex saves. It's a DC 16. They'll take 26 damage if they fail, 13 if they succeed. Because I rolled like garbage. 2 1s and a 2.
Duergar Resilience. Reading it, it says the Duergar has advantage on saving throws against poison spells and illusions, as well as to resist being charmed or paralyzed. So I get advantage on this? 16 for the first one. 13 for the second. 4 for the third, that's with advantage.
Yikes.
And 17 for the last. So 2 of them are going to take half.
And 2 of them take the full brunt. I'll just move this off the map. I said I'll just move. Okay, apparently it doesn't want to hang out off the map for some reason. I moved it, but I still see the aftermath. Yeah, I can make new ones. I just can't get rid of the old one.
Weird. Hold on. There. Any bonus actions?
Yes. For some reason, I can't move my minis.
Make sure you're on the basic controls tab and the token, select token.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Stupid. I'm just moving it to there. It doesn't occupy space, so someone could still stand on top of it. Right there. Sorry, I completely lost where my character sheet was for a moment. Ticket of 13 doesn't hit the Warlord.
The 13
It is
does
fine.
not hit the Warlord.
Okay.
Does that benefit from flanking or no?
No, melee only.
Oh yeah, and that's not technically melee then.
Yeah. This stone.
They
guard-
melee spell attack, but since it doesn't occupy a space, I don't think it gets flanking.
Yeah,
Or
it doesn't
grants it.
provide flanking either.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, all right, this Duergar is going to step forward, and it is going to make an attack on the electricity throwing mage. 21 to hit
That hits.
for 9 damage. 2d6 plus 4, and I do 9 damage. What is that?
You shush. That was great. Good job. Keep it up.
I will.
Roll,
Keep that up.
roll as garbage as I did.
I will try. Preacher?
I'm going to do something I have never done before in this campaign.
Cry
Attack?
deeply.
Oh, cry.
No.
deeply.
I am going to try to do the Legion Chaplain ability.
Ooh. Remind me again what that does.
I make a DC 15 religion check, which I do, and I grant one ally 10 hit points equal to my level plus my charisma modifier, and a +2 morale bonus to AC. And that's going on Gaz.
Of course it is.
Okay.
Does it say how long that +2 morale bonus lasts?
Let me see here.
I can't remember if it does.
Should be into the notes.
It doesn't say how long it lasts. It just says I can do this as a bonus action, and then I can use this feature once per long rest.
Okay. So let's say
1 minute.
Yeah, let's say a minute. I'm gonna have to update that.
Yeah. Okay, that's my bonus action.
So what do I gain?
You have a
You gain
plus
11.
2 bonus to AC, and you have 10 hit points equal to
11. You get 11. You get 11 temp hit points back.
Yeah, 11 10 hit points.
All right, and for my action, I am going to take note of the 3 surrounding me and be like, GTFO. The 3 Draegr surrounding me have to make DC 15 Constitution checks.
Okay. They're saves, right?
Yeah.
They have advantage.
Yeah.
Success. 15, so that one's going to succeed, and the last one is... they all succeed.
Nothing.
Agronak.
Well, he knows this one's hurt the most so far, so he'll swing at that. He'll raid. And swing at that one.
Okay. That is going to be a miss. They are wearing chainmail and carrying a shield, so it blocks his blow with its shield, preventing any damage.
He gets another attack, right?
Yep. Swinging again.
Yep.
Reckless?
Not reckless. He's got too many foes right now.
That's going to be a second miss, unfortunately. Commander, it is your attack or action.
We're going to keep the pressure up on the warlord, hopefully.
The
Much
26
better.
will hit. Ooh, for 60
Again.
damage.
Again, to keep rolling ones on the D8s.
Yep. But then a 6 and a... Yeah, I rolled the exact same as last time, actually.
The enlarged stone guard behind you is going to attempt to attack you. Gaz, I think he's going to move so that he can give flanking to 2 of his allies. And he will attack. And miss. Badly.
With a 1.
That's another 1.
Thank you for taking my feedback of keeping it up into consideration.
You're welcome. This Dwergar will move in and attack. That is an 18 plus. You're surrounded now, so that's going to be a 23. That's still going to miss, isn't it?
Yep, because of the chaplain.
No offense, Mark, but...
I know. That is going to be a 25 to hit from the
That hit.
All right, that's going to do 16 damage to you.
Oof.
Preacher, this one is going to... actually, this one, I think, is going to take its action to enlarge. So it will enlarge as its action.
And it's going to swing at me, ain't it?
No, enlarging is its action.
Oh.
The one in front of Trix is going to attack it. Attack him.
Ooh.
25 to hit.
What did I say?
9 damage.
Okay.
As it slams its jagged stone blade into you. The one in front of Preacher will attack Preacher. 15 to hit.
Negative.
Alright. The Dwergar Warlord will use its multi-attack to attack Gaz 3 times and then command its up to 3 of its allies to do the same.
This is going to
As a
sting.
reaction. That's 16 plus 5 from being surrounded is going to be a 21.
One.
That's going to miss. That's a
22.
22. That's going to miss. That is also going to miss. So much for that stinging.
Well, then again, he's still got 3 more attacks from allies.
Yes. 3 of the enlarged ones are going to attack. Let's see. This one is going to attack Preacher, since it spent its action enlarging. 19 to hit.
That does hit.
Agronac reaction.
14 damage.
Thank you. So it only takes 7. Okay.
Okay. And then the 2 enlarged ones next to Gaz are going to make attacks. That's going to miss.
You will try.
That's going to be a 24 to hit.
Right up the
Oh,
nose.
That's 11 more damage, guys. This guy is going to... Sparks, you failed your stealth roll, didn't you?
She only rolled a 12, I think.
Did you roll a 12 on stealth?
Sorry, a 12, yes.
A 12? Okay,
Yeah.
that is exactly their perception. Their passive perception. So... I think that means that... I think the tie goes to you in that case. Is that correct?
we're doing just tie goes to the. Well, it would be tie goes to the roller.
Yeah, what sets
Yeah.
the DC? It's the roll.
I think it's whoever is trying to beat it is the one favored.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that you are that you have blended in with the dancers. So this dude will come here, seeing how difficult it is to hit Gaz, and the last one is going to double move to flank Agronac.
That's a flank?
Well, not flank, but
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, flank in description, not in action.
Yeah.
And this guy is going to... I think he's going to use his action to enlarge, actually, here in the corner. There we go. Sparks?
Going to use...
Fireball.
I'm going to use a magic missile in the one who just enlarged. So, I think it's 3. Oh, wait a second. Giving me this thing.
So 13 total damage. 5, 10, yeah, 13. The creature is bloodied as it's bludgeoned with magical bolts of energy that slam into it. Tricks? Or Sparks, do you have any bonus actions?
Yeah, I'm going to stealth.
Okay. You'll have
good.
to move to blend in. You'll have to move as you're dancing with the dancers. to
Yep,
continue
that's
to
fine.
blend in. Okay.
I should have checked this earlier, but for us to go all the way out of the dungeon, get Paige, and come back, did that count as a short rest?
Did you guys take a short rest in that time?
I don't think we did officially.
Um,
I wasn't sure because that either otherwise I'm out of packed spells. That's why I wanted to check.
what happened? Because I remember that Gus and Paige had a conversation. So I don't know if that would have counted as.
Did Paige give you
The packet. Yep.
Okay.
And I sent back the reply of, "Can we meet?" I think.
Yeah, then I think you would have had time to take a short rest. That's fine.
Okay, so then I have a packed slot. That was really all I wanted to double check.
Yeah, I would say you would have had it because if Gaz took the time to have that conversation and pen a letter, I think you could say that you had.
Okay.
You had enough time for a short rest.
We had some downtime. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I am then going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Shocked. I'm absolutely shocked that you would do that.
So I have 20 temp HP. And that's my action and my bonus action. Let's see if Tentacle can do something for once.
What are you smacking? The Warlord?
Yeah, 17.
That will still miss. His armor class is
Good
crazy high.
lord.
Yeah. It blocks the tentacle and then turns back to Gaz. The lone stone guard that acts before the rest of the party is going to swing at Agranak. .22 to hit.
Yep.
For 12 damage.
Resist.
Oh, right.
So
No.
6.
Oh, he's raging. I'm actually not going to. I take that back.
Oh yeah, he
He already has it.
Again, why did I put it on Agranak and not you?
Because I had
And you listened for some reason.
I'm not familiar with barbarians enough.
Yeah, actually, a good place to put it would be Trix, because I don't think he uses his reaction for anything.
Yep.
Right?
One
Adam?
possible reaction, and that's that I can have damage once, but I lose my tentacle.
Right.
So I would have to summon it again.
So then you're the best person for Preacher to put that on right now.
Not right now, we're in combat, but if we survive, yes.
You know, yes. Preacher, it's your action.
Preacher is actually going to cast another spell that he has not done yet.
Okay.
Spending a 4th level slot and casting that.
Casting Spiritual
Well,
Oh, it's crit.
yeah,
for max
on-
damage.
where are you putting it?
I'm going to put it. Shit, I don't know how to.
I'll
mark-
put something down. Just point to the spot.
I'm going to put it right to the left of. The tentacle, right here.
It can float above the tentacle. The tentacle doesn't take up a spot.
Alright.
It's up to you. I'm just letting you know.
All right, and it's going to smack the warlord.
Yes.
Damn.
For 20 force damage plus 10 crit damage. So.
How's the warlord looking?
The Warlord is down
Nice.
after that.
And that, well, but actually, wait, that's only a bonus action for me to do
Yes,
that.
That is only
Mhm.
a bonus action.
So you can cantrip still, but
Yeah. And again, you know what? and again, even though it didn't work out great the last time, I'm going to still do it again because I'm stupid like that.
Nah.
Well,
it's
you don't have any other options,
Yeah.
really.
So, DC 15 Constitution checks
Yep.
on the 3 around me.
Save.
The only you were like, I'm gonna zoom in because I'm
Fail.
stupid. I'm like, no. The only stupid part is that they're dwarves who have a con bonus by default.
Only one of them fails. The one in front of Trix fails.
He takes 11 radiant then.
Yep, he did.
Yeah.
He is barely standing after that. And it is Agronac's action.
Well, in which case, Agronak will strike out at that one.
Makes sense.
And I used the wrong one.
Oh.
Sorry for that. So that damage, anyway.
Yeah, do the damage with the Great Axe, but I'll take the 21 to hit. That's,
Wow.
that is still enough to put it down.
Well, funny enough, though.
It goes down.
And he'll strike at the one to his left. That's a no-go.
Well, at least one of the rolls you made where Aganac was over 10.
Yep.
Gaz?
Stepping to there. Getting out from being surrounded. And attacking the one here.
You will take 2 attacks of opportunity when you do that.
There's no
Two
such
on the
thing
other
as
side.
5-foot step, or...
No,
No.
there's no 5-foot step in 5e.
Yeah,
You're stuck in Pathfinder.
Yeah. Well, miss anyway, and what about the other?
Also a miss.
Still better than being surrounded.
Yep.
Alrighty, so
What are you doing?
2 attacks, presumably on that one.
Okay.
You.
That will miss. That will also miss.
Wait, were those your? Oh, those are your attack rolls.
Yes.
Yep.
You
Gaz,
rolled a 2
you
on
need
each
to-
attack.
Gaz,
Dang.
for whatever reason,
You know what?
every time you roll through Foundry, it doesn't randomize your rolls nearly as much as rolling through VTT.
I'm gonna use my hero or
Inspiration.
inspiration. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Reroll 1.
Probably still didn't hit.
That misses still.
And the
But
sword
what-
does not provide flanking, right?
The sword does not provide.
Okay.
Well, it is, or as weapon, what, a mace, a sword?
What's that?
It's not a person.
It's,
It does not threaten.
yeah.
Yeah. It is not. It does not provide flanking.
What is the holy weapon of Orad? Because that's what it is. I know that favored weapons aren't a thing in 5e, but
Yeah.
I always thought that was cool in old editions that it was whatever the god's weapon was.
I actually think I have this.
I like this idea.
Oh.
It doesn't. So it can.
You know what? You know what?
I like the Nuggy flail.
The Lord of the Dawn. What better weapon than a Morning Star? And,
Morning Star makes a whole lot of sense.
That does make a whole lot of sense.
It's not nearly as cool as the Nuggy Star, though.
J Raven in chat says it's a chicken nugget on a stick.
Yeah, the Nuggy Star. The Nuggy flail.
The nuggy flail. Oh man. All right.
Hey, look, there's starting to be skulls. It's great. It's my new favorite thing to see on the map.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna make an attack roll here against Gaz. It's probably gonna miss. He literally needs to crit to hit. That's gonna miss.
He did. He doesn't.
Well, he wouldn't actually have to crit to hit. It'd have to be 18 or higher.
18 or higher. This one will just take a step forward and attack. 24.
Yep, on the nose.
10 damage. This one next to you is going to take a 5-foot step here. Stop it. Right there. So that it's flanking again. And we'll attack. 23 is going to
Missed.
miss. This one will attack creature. 8 is not going to hit.
No. And I just get his shield in the way and just just hunker down behind it.
Yep. The one directly in front of you. Oh,
Me or Trix?
that's silly.
Hmm.
The Dwergar Stone Guards have advantage on attack rolls and dexterity saving throws while standing within 5 feet of an ally wielding a shield. I did not know that.
Any sense?
They have phalanx formation.
How does that give them advantage on attack rolls?
I don't know.
That's the part that didn't make sense. The rest made sense.
Yeah. Because I don't know. So the one in front of you, 17 to hit Preacher,
Hits.
6 damage.
Agronak, help.
Yep, reaction.
This one is okay. They all are wielding shields. That's good to know. But these guys do not have phalanx formation. The white beardy ones.
Yeah.
He's a big boy now.
Yeah. That's gonna miss. And then last one is right next to Agronak. He's gonna attack. Oh, that's a crit on Agronak. And that's gonna be 16 damage with that crit.
Preacher?
His half and my half.
Oh, okay. So 4?
Yeah.
Doesn't it just give you resistance?
Here, let
Yes.
me look.
Yeah, does it half the damage or give resistance? Because if it just gives resistance, it's useless.
Yeah, it gives resistance.
Which I don't think Uncanny Dodge does. I think Uncanny Dodge specifically says it halves the damage. It doesn't mention resistance, if I remember.
That is correct.
Yeah. All right, so it gives
Which is why that ability is so stupid good.
Yeah.
Okay. Sparks?
Let me think, because I used to have a nice line of people. Now I don't.
You can always take a step before you use it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see. Which one?
There might be a line that gets the big boy, the little boy with the beard, the two big boys, and the little boy with the beard.
Yeah, there's definitely, you can definitely get at least 3. If you shoot it from there, if you shoot it from
Yeah, you're
there,
only-
you can get 4 if you, depending on what the distance of your.
Yeah, if you wanted to get all 5, I think you'd have to hit Gaz.
I can take it.
Okay. Okay, then I'll move here. And I will use my breath weapon on all of these ones.
What's the distance on your breath weapon? 30 feet?
30 feet.
Okay, yeah, you get all but this guy. Right in this line.
Okay. That's fine.
Alright, it's deck saves.
Yep.
And this is not a spell, so it's normal. The one right in front of you takes full damage. It is down. This one here.
Does have a stone guard adjacent to it, so
It does, right there.
sorry.
So that's going to succeed. It doesn't matter. Roll the 16 anyway, so.
Alright.
So it's going to take half. This one. Is going to fail regardless. Take full. And this one here is going to fail and take the full damage.
Hey.
That was a very effective lightning breath.
Yes. Finally, it works for something. I'm going to move one step behind and stealth.
Damn.
Just so you all know, the reason that Gaz has such a high AC right now is because he is wearing adamantine plate mail. Is he carrying a shield?
Yep.
Carrying a shield, has Shield of Faith, and then the cleric has added in an extra +2 bonus on top of that, so that that is why he has 24 armor class right now. It has nothing to do with min-maxing. It is
Normally I would only have 22.
Yes.
Oh, actually, crap, I have not been rolling Constitution saves to make sure I maintain that concentration. Although
True.
Actually, what do I have, or what is the roll for that? It's been a while.
It's you have to roll. It's a Constitution saving throw against a DC 10 or half the damage, depending on which one is higher. But none of them have been high enough that it would be higher than 10.
Yeah, and my Constitution modifier for a save is +7.
Okay, so you have to roll a
3 or higher.
You have to
Yeah.
roll 3 or higher.
We'll have to keep that in mind.
Roll like 5 times.
That's
You would have.
I would have retconned a shitload.
Yeah, you would have failed on the first one. That you would have gotten hit a whole bunch more times. That's fine. You don't have it anymore. Your armor class is a 22.
Okay,
We'll just go from there.
makes sense.
Yeah. Tricks? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how can I get as many attacks of opportunity on me as possible?
I'm gonna move to there.
Right. He's pulling a Joker. Joking. He's pulling a Joker.
Why that?
Hit me. Come on, hit me. I
Come
want you
on.
to hit me.
Come on, I want you to do it. I don't want you to do it. Hey, hey.
Now what are you doing?
They didn't attack.
Ah. Oh, wait. None of them get attacks of opportunity yet.
You didn't move out of anyone's
They didn't move
range
out of
yet.
any threat range.
You're right.
Nick, one step. Yeah, there you go.
So far to there.
Hmm. Yeah.
You get one there.
I'm gonna do it. 20 to hit.
Oh, it hits.
Take 10 damage.
Okay. He takes 20 cold damage.
Yep.
And incidentally, is he still up?
He is.
Incidentally, then, let's see here. Because I have not been able to use this at all, really.
Oh, are you using your,
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. It's been so long.
it's your,
It's the reaction, yeah. Here we are. Here we are.
If it gives any temp HP, it's not going to help me.
Nope.
No, it does damage to the thing that hit you.
Oh,
So make a wisdom saving throw.
Or it takes 10 radiant damage.
18.
Okay, so 10
Takes
or
5.
5 radiant damage.
5 radiant damage. It is unconscious.
Nice.
That's what it gets.
Well, I
for
don't
hitting
want to.
your
I don't
allies.
want to lose all my temp HP, so I'm going to stop there,
Okay.
and I'm going to primal savagery the one with that's in front of me,
Okay.
because I'll get flanking with preacher.
Yes, so it's you get +2 to your attack.
Nice.
That will hit for 10 acid damage. It is not looking good.
I'm going to move my tentacle to there, and the tentacle's also going to attack it
Okay, go
as
for
my
it.
bonus action.
That'll hit,
Finally. Nice.
and that will put it down.
Okay, that's my turn.
Nice. That was quite effective.
Yay!
Preacher,
Okay.
the turn is tiding.
Okay, I need you to, if possible, 1, 2, 3, 4, move that black spot to between Trix and Gaz. For my holy weapon. Yeah, right there.
Oh, that's the wrong thing. Wait, why?
It's a pit.
Okay.
Let's adjust this.
All right. Well, you adjust that, and to make a bonus action. Well, that's part of bonus action. Move 20 feet and make an attack against this one here.
Which one?
The one to Gaz's left. The one I marked.
Ah, yes, I see the mark. Okay.
All
Go
right,
ahead
and
roll just reuse
Yeah, it does this.
spiritual weapon. There you go. The 12 is going to miss.
all right, that's bonus action. My regular action will be to cast Sacred Flame on the one right in front of me. This one here.
Yep. Okay. Dex save.
And this one does not get advantage because he does not have an ally. It's still alive in front of him.
It fails. And it's going to
So it takes 12 radiance.
Okay. Agronak.
Well, he'll attack this one since it's right there. And twice.
The 13
The second
will miss. The second one will hit.
Is he going to savage on the first one?
Savage?
Reckless. Sorry.
No.
He's just going to
Because I didn't-
annihilate him.
Well, I also didn't declare it beforehand.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, so at that point, he'll move up here to reinforce Gaz.
Okay. Gaz?
And Gaz will not actually think to take advantage of the. Well, let's see.
You may not know that Agronak's over there.
Yeah, applying that.
There's a 10-foot, very stocky dude in between you. It might be a lot of mass.
Oh, he could probably see Agronak between the thing's legs.
There's not a lot of gap. There's not a lot of clearance between dwarf legs.
Yeah, that's
That's why they're hard to knock down.
That's all. That's true. They're kind of squarish, aren't they?
And
Like the letter A, but like a cartoon one.
heal myself for 40.
Sounds good.
Man, paladins are just the epitome of nope to the DM.
They really are. Anybody that says playing a straight martial class is is as good
Well-
as half casters and casters after, like 7th or 8th level is wrong.
You can do some really ignorant stuff with a samurai fighter.
True. But it's still
It
not-
really depends on the subclass. Not like it. The base class is definitely better. I'll give you that.
I'm just saying, like, the samurai can do some janky stuff, but if a paladin crits and then dumps a
Smite.
he's gonna do some stuff.
Funny
Yeah.
enough, I have not actually expended a smite so far.
Yeah. Something to keep in
The
mind.
the Dwergar Stone Guard that is flanking you between you and Agranak is going to hit you, Gaz, or attempt to. That is a 22 to hit.
Nope, just reapplied the shield.
Okay. This guy is going to attack. That's an 11. That's not going to hit. Then this guy flanking you on the other side is going to attack. That's going to miss.
Yo, remember when this looked real bad?
Yeah.
And then this dude is going to hit Preacher. 23 to hit.
Ouch.
12 damage.
Ag.
That
Agronaut.
Greg will react.
Thank you.
Sparks?
I'm
Okay,
going. I'm going to hit this guy with the crossbow, and because I'm stealth is with advantage, so
Okay. Which one are you attacking?
this one,
Ah,
the one
okay.
to the
Okay.
left. Yeah.
All right. So 18 will hit for 18 total damage.
Yikes. Damn.
He does not look good. Well, sneak attack.
And of course I'm going to move just to keep on the pretense that I'm dancing.
We'll see if you
Ah.
noticed. Tricks?
I'm going to stay where. No, you know what? I'm gonna be a little turd.
Because you could take one step towards the tentacle and provoke two right there.
I don't want to provoke two.
Oh.
If I get hit by both, I'll start taking damage again. There's no place I can go to get flanking. That's unfortunate.
Well, it could go over to here, but that'd provoke from 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Right-
stay put,
right
and
here
I'm
would provide him flanking with 2 people, but yeah. Actually, you.
Oh, actually, yeah, right there, and you're got flanking with Agranak.
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't that the hole?
No, that's
No, that's where the sword is.
That's where
but-
the
That's
sword
right.
is.
Oh,
Same rule as tentacles.
okay. Then I'll move there, which
Actually, I
provokes
should
one attack
probably
opportunity.
Draw the hole in the floor, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I thought that's what that was. I thought you were like, oh, I put the hole in the floor.
I'm assuming it's like back here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like somewhere right there. That makes sense.
Okay, so I provoked an attack of opportunity if he wants to be a dumb baby.
I love how eloquently you put that. There,
That's how I do.
What? What? That's the hole in the floor.
Gotcha.
Alright. So this guy can take an attack of opportunity on you.
He sure can.
Let's do it. What's the worst that happens? 22 to hit.
Oh no, he hit me.
You're going to take 8 points of damage.
Oh, that's perfect. I still have 2 10 hit points left, so the
That's
so
so
the spell's
ridiculous.
not gone, and he takes 20 cold damage.
Yeah, he's not looking great now.
All right, I'm gonna primal savagery. The one here, so that I can flank. So that's a 22.
Uh-huh, that'll hit.
Oh
Yay.
man, I rolled great. A 2 and a 1. Look at that.
Yeah. He's still living large.
And 13 from the tentacle. I'm assuming that misses.
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Okay. That is my turn.
Preacher.
Alright. I'm going to move my spectral weapon here and attack this one in front of me.
Okay.
Alright. So.
Hold on, I need to, actually, I can leave Trix there. You're moving it here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
That will miss.
Fuck.
Then your action.
Is once again Searing Ray. Or Sacred Flame, I mean, too.
Yeah, look at those whiffed cantrip damage rolls. We're rocking those.
Yeah. So it takes nothing.
Yes.
I literally rolled two ones.
Yep. Super whiffing. Agronak.
He'll attack twice on this. Well, he'll attack once anyway, see how it does.
That will miss.
And
Reckless.
attack again.
That will attack.
19.
That will hit.
Ooh, nice. Well, I'm no longer flanked, so that's nice.
You are no longer flanked.
It's totally because of that 3 damage I did last turn. That's what
Yes.
really put it over.
It may very well be.
That really gave it the kicker right there. Gas.
Hey, if he were a Hydra, he wouldn't have regenerated.
That's true.
Alrighty, so attacking this one.
Okay. That will miss. That will hit. That will put it down.
And
2 left.
I'll get over to here and provoke the attack of opportunity.
That will be a 1 on the attack of opportunity.
Whiff.
That is going to go down the hole. And the flanked stone guard is going to attack Preacher again. 15
Misses.
to hit. And then Sparks, it's your action.
Going to attack the one that is next to Preacher with a crossbow.
Okay. That's going to hit for 19 points of damage, and I think that puts it down. It does. The last of your enemies fall.
Commander, one just went back in the hole.
Hopefully it'll be warning its friends.
Or bringing more.
Yeah, I don't want it to actually do that.
Pursue.
After you, Agronak?
Yeah.
Agronak grins and nods.
Yeah. Well, Agronak does have dark vision, I believe.
And faster movement.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. The aggressive.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Jumping down.
I forgot about aggressive too. That thing's not getting away from him.
No.
He's gonna move 90 to that thing's like 60 or 50 feet per turn.
40. Dwarf, remember?
50 if it dashes, which I assume it's doing.
Yes.
But Agronak can move 90.
He can move
Down.
60 just base.
Yeah.
Yeah. 60 and
Jumping
still
down
make
into the-
attacks.
Jumping down into the room below. Consult my notes here.
Oh, it's actually a room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You discover that there is a lower floor to this place. Jumping down into the floor below. You find yourself Agronek finds himself in a area where there are various various alcoves and cases containing magical artifacts that are on displayed similarly to the room with the portraits.
He's looking around for the dwarf.
Oh yeah, he sees the dwarf. He catches up to the dwarf easily.
Slashy, reckless attack.
Go ahead. Roll a hit. Both will hit. Damage? That's 20.
23.
That is exactly its hit points.
Wow. Agronak didn't think to stop because of but Spark's suggestion is a good one.
Yeah.
Actually, could we tie the rope around, say, the leg of this one?
I mean, it's laying there unconscious and enlarged, but after a minute it shrinks back down to normal size.
Wait, unconscious or dead?
Well, dead, probably.
Okay.
But after a minute it shrinks back down to normal size.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try and find something to secure this.
It's a big empty ballroom.
Or do we want to look around the ballroom and haul Agronak back up beforehand?
Agronak, I'll shut down hell. Agronak, can you see any other place from where they could have, where he and his compatriots came from?
You'd look around.
Agronek responds, "There is yet another hole down here. It leads further down."
Guard.
How big is this place?
How much
I am
stuff?
unsure.
If Merwin is as long-lived as he has been, and has collected his artifacts for as long as he's been alive, do you really need to ask that question?
Yes, we need to know how big this place is. A map would be ideal.
And that was somewhat rhetorical. So
I'm sorry, we didn't study rhetoric in jail.
Do we want to looking around the ballroom first, or do we want to drop down?
I think we should we should have a way back, because we don't know how big this place is or how we can come back.
Well, right, but I mean, do we want to explore the ballroom before doing so, or do we just...
I say, actually, we go back and enjoy that lovely feast that we left uneaten.
That is not a bad idea. Agronak, you up for a meal?
I can always eat.
Oh, before you come up here, did you see anything that a mom will like?
I have never met your mother.
Like?
Yes.
He has never met...
Well, something that your mom will like. A trinket.
Sparks, I'm reasonably sure he's never met your mother.
No.
Well, that's why I say it's something that his mom will like.
I'm reasonably sure she wouldn't like a trinket. If she's anything like my mom,
Agronak calls up. This place is filled with old things.
Well, it is an old place.
Do you see? I'll shut down Agronak. Weapons and armor?
At least one weapon I can see.
Well, let's get you hauled back up here so we can eat first. Drop down a rope for him.
Okay.
Spike it in the floor if needs be.
He calls up. Those creatures from the gallery. The mechanical things. There are some of those down here.
Ooh, nice.
Any Dwargar bodies?
At least
Other
two.
than the one you killed? Alright.
At least 2 others.
And do they look like they have been killed a long, long time ago, recently, or like a couple of weeks back?
I have a feeling that the
I am unsure. I
golems.
cannot reach them. There is some kind of a barrier between me and them.
Wouldn't be surprised if the golems killed them.
Wouldn't surprise me in the least.
So yeah, we'll haul them up and go for the meal.
There is one of those mechanical things that has been dismantled, it looks like.
So Sparks, I guess you do get the present for your mom.
Alright.
And he'll climb back up the rope.
All right, head back in with Paige and kind of relay the information.
Alright, so...
Does anyone know why these dwarves look undead?
They are gray.
They're still alive, but
I mean, just in countenance, they're very much dead. We killed them. I was there.
I mean, would common people have knowledge of Dweger, Mark?
Most likely not.
That's what I was role playing.
Yeah, they are rare.
Would that be what, a history?
Yeah, history check.
Would it be with advantage because we have the Chronicles?
Yeah, you can do it with advantage if you utilize the Chronicle. Well, they don't need advantage. That's a 25.
Damn.
There are those dwarves. There are legends of these types of dwarves that live far, far underground. There was an entity. Is one of the legends is that there was an entity that came from the Feywild, chasing the elves, that had turned some of the elves against their brethren. And when that didn't work, and it came from the Feywild into Oridon, it found the dwarves, and twisted some of them to create its servants, to create more servants that would help to hunt down the elves. And that these creatures are those. There are other legends that just say... There are other stories that simply say they are a subspecies of dwarf that have adapted to living deep underground. So there's what the Empire has said, there's what naturalists have claimed, and then there are various other legends that go along with them that are far less credible.
But the name Dwerger is a common thread amongst them.
Yes. But they're not well known, right? Scholarly pursuit. The information in the Chronicle is just that that the Legion had encountered them at one time before in the past, traveling in their travels deep under
In the Oridon Underdark.
Yes. Yes. Paige is enjoying the food, particularly a soup.
And I believe this will count as a short rest.
It will count as a short rest. What is our next step?
Well, according to Agronac, there were weapons down below the ballroom, and the ballroom itself still needs investigating.
How long does aid last, John?
8 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be here for a while. Got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Mark, is my hope in vain that the feast is actually a hero's feast?
What did it say that I got for my... Oh, it rolled one of them. Great. Super helpful, dude. I selected 3.
It is, in fact, a hero's feast.
Nice. So we have to sit for an hour to eat.
Well,
But
yeah,
it
you're
counts.
taking a short rest anyway.
Yeah.
Go ahead and somebody roll 2d10.
Richard, you identified it.
Really?
Do you have an inspiration point?
I do.
I will allow
Would
you
you-
to use it to re-roll that.
To eat better.
Okay.
So does that stack with the...
Yes.
HP boosts and HP minuses stack. Temp HP don't stack.
So everyone gets back an additional 8 hit points for their hit point max.
Yes. A creature that partakes of the feast gains several benefits. The creature is cured of all diseases and poisons, becomes immune to poison and being frightened, makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Its hit point maximum increases by 2d10, and it gains the same number of hit points. And it heals the same number of hit points. These benefits last for 24 hours.
Well, I am 7 points away from 100 HP.
You have more health than gas.
I've rolled okay. I also have a 16 con. I don't know where Gaz's con is.
Actually, Gaz's health is 95.
Is that after
With
the bonuses?
Yep.
Well, I also have aid, which I don't think you have.
Yes.
Right.
No. So there's an
So-
extra 15 that...
Yeah, there's an extra 15 catching me up to you.
And incidentally, we should probably swap the reaction stuff over to me then.
Yeah.
Or do you want to do tricks instead?
Up to you. I mean, the problem is if I get hit, it's because I've pulled aggro from the tank.